As a kid, I felt like a misfit. I didn't belong to any group or category or club, didn't associate with any one activity or sport. I was a little bit of everything all rolled into one. And as a result, I never really became a part of anything. During my teenage years, I tried really hard to change all of this. I was tired of looking in from the outside. I wanted to be part of something, to fit in. So I tried to hide and suppress those aspects of my personality which I assumed prevented me from doing so. I ditched old friends, gave up my favorite hobbies, changed the way I dressed and behaved. But despite all of this, acceptance and peer recognition eluded me to the bitter end. When I graduated high school, I felt a deep dislike for the person I had become. So what did I do about it? Did I abandon my quest for popularity? Did I go back to my roots? Nope. Instead, I spent most of my 20s trying to find myself, whatever that means. I went to university, dropped out, worked in retail, then construction for a while, went back to university, went back to construction, and after the birth of my first child, finally settled down at a desk job. It was at this job that I had an epiphany and finally grasped the depth of my foolishness. For the better part of a decade, I'd been looking for myself in all the wrong places. I'd been searching out in the world without success, and no wonder. The object of my search was with me all along. Sort of like when you're looking for your glasses and realize they're on your face. The desire to fit in, to be liked, and to achieve some socially endorsed version of success vanished in that brief moment of clarity. And in the weeks and months that followed, I realized that there is and only ever has been one person in the world whose respect, admiration, and approval I should seek. One person whose loyalty I should never betray. One person whose opinions and beliefs should affect my actions. That person is me. After these revelations, I made myself a promise to never again betray the ideals and principles that I hold dear. I made a commitment to embrace who and what I am without shame, embarrassment, or regard for the consequences. So here it is, for the record, in case I ever forget again. I am an outsider. Always have been. When I express an opinion or idea that causes someone to tell me I'm weird, I say, thank you. Because it means I'm staying true to myself, and these days, that's more important to me than popularity, respect, money, or any of the other things I used to care so much about. If my cubicle epiphany had yielded this newfound understanding and nothing else, I would consider it one of the most worthwhile experiences of my life. But as it turns out, that brief moment of clarity was only the start of a grand adventure. Freed from constraints and pressures, I finally discovered my own path and began to follow it fearlessly. That path has led me here. It's the reason I'm talking to you today. Over the last 4 years, I've discovered new insights, new passions, new hobbies, and new interests. What you're watching now is my attempt to roll all of these things into a single endeavor. Here's what I want to do on this YouTube channel. I want to share stories from my life, reflect on the many lessons I've learned, and connect all of these things to a bigger picture. I want to talk about psychology, philosophy, mysticism, politics, and science, and how these disciplines contain powerful insights that have helped me in my day-to-day living. I want to lay out my personal philosophy and trace it back to its many sources. Basically, I want to put it all out there, not to convert you to any ideology or prove a point, but simply to show you the world through my eyes. So tune in, and you'll get a glimpse of the outsider's perspective.